Red V TV, following Saints 30 points to 6 victory over Hull KR. It looks convincing on paper, defensively sound.
Scratchy going forward.
Scratchy going forward.
Yeah, I think it was a comprehensive win.
I don't think we were ever in any doubt that we were going to win the game.
It's a soft try that we've conceded. But yeah, probably scratchy going forward and a little bit indisciplined. If we're putting the referee in the position to give the penalties, then we're doing something wrong. Yeah,
the KR try on the stroke of half time, a little bit of game management. There was a minute to the half, we're on the halfway down on the last. You just drill it into touch, don't you? And see us out to the half. Instead, we struggled on our last play for much of the first half, didn't we? Either Richardson not standing deep enough and having to try that little jink every time, and then failing to get a decent kick away, and then Farge on that last one that led to the try. But apart from that, defensively, solid all night.
Yeah, I put that down to youthful exuberance. Richardson not standing deep enough, and he'll learn that. Farge coming in at 6 when we had the Swift injury. I think he's done all right though. It's been a while since he's actually played as an out-and-out
Johnny Lomax
6.
did all right in the centres as well, didn't he?
Well, yeah, Johnny Lomax is a class act. I mean, I alluded to him having probably one of the worst games he's had in a Red V for quite some time last week.
Bounced back well tonight.
I tell you what, that's the proof of giving someone a shot to keep hold of the shirt, and he's done exactly that tonight. He'll probably slot straight back into 6 next week. It's a half-back partnership that hasn't played together for a couple of weeks, well, a couple of months now, really. Yeah, bit of game management wouldn't have gone amiss, but you know what? As you say, we were never in danger tonight.
It gives Justin Holbrook a little bit to think about next week, doesn't it? Obviously, if Adam Swift is out injured, Makinson and Grace will go back. Well, will be your wingers. Do you bring Ryan Morgan into the centres as a straight replacement, or do you play Farge at 6 after a pretty decent performance there tonight and play Lomax at centre? It's a tough one, isn't it?
It certainly is. I think he will go with Morgan at 3 and Lomax at 6. I don't think he'll want to change too much and start moving people around the pitch. I think he'll just literally go for a like-for-like swap straight into the centres. But you could argue that, listen, that team's gone and done the business tonight, and convincingly as well. I thought it was going to be a tight game. You thought it was going to be over 20.
I said by 22, didn't I? Close to 24 points.
Yeah, not too bad.
I still thought we were really scratchy in attack, though. I think the scoreline, as it flattered us a little defensively, you could say maybe not, but attacking-wise, we scored 30, 18 points of those were Ben Barber's brilliance, weren't they? 2 tries of his own, and then that last cut-out pass out wide. And
get in, the S-Men!
Mr. Turner joining us as he hops back to his George coats and back on the beers.
Yeah, it was scratchy going forward. There's no getting away from that. On saying that, it probably could have been more. Even with the scratchy performance we've had, it could have been more.
And that's the thing, we're saying it's scratchy in attack,
yeah,
not defensively.
Yeah. But
you'd sooner get the back door shut first before you have to go forward.
All right, let me flip that on its head. It's also, there's little bits of the defence that need to improve. And the bits of defence are the penalties we're giving away. We're giving away far too many. And it's all right people turning around and saying, well, the referee, what's the referee given there? The referee's a lot closer to the action. If he's giving it, then there's some merit in it. Although, on saying that, once again, we've been privileged tonight to watch the best referee in the league, Danny Maguire. He loves it, doesn't he? He loves getting chirping in the ref's ear. We could do with a player like that, a little bit more like that, but not as much as Danny Maguire.
Liam Moore, a young inexperienced ref, fell for a little bit tonight, didn't he?
I'm not even going to say that, but Maguire loves a little chat, doesn't he?
Yeah,
loves a chat more than me and you.
Alex Walmsley's loss. I'm not entirely sure it was our props that stepped up to cover that gap tonight. I thought our second rowers were really, really good tonight.
Dom Peyrou's had an absolute stormer tonight.
Dom Peyrou was great.
Yeah, Tyre's been great.
Tyre was great. And for me, standout man of the match, aside from obviously Ben Barber's brilliance, was John Wilkin.
Yeah.
He came in for a lot of criticism last week from Justin Holbrook. Well, not a lot of criticism, but he said he came back into the side and he tried too hard and he got involved too much at first receiver. Tonight, it was hard and straight down the middle, good yards, and do you know what? He's still got a turn of pace about him despite his advancing years.
You know what? John Wilkin has always been a class act. He's put his hand up to play 7 when that's not his position. Should we tell the George coach that their engine thing's up?
Should we let them just... Should we let them discover it on the M62?
I'm not entirely sure what's going on. Yeah, I think John Wilkins had a great game.
I don't think they
tonight.
realise. We might ring them in a minute.
Yeah, I think,
actually, not wait till he watches the video in 10 minutes time.
Okay. John Wilkins had a great game tonight. Dom Peru,
Great
Zeb
footwork for
Tyre.
his try at the end.
Yeah, absolutely.
You get the feeling if that game had gone on another 10-15 minutes as well, we were just going to keep adding to the score.
Yeah.
I think the fitness was starting to tell.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they suffered from losing a couple of subs as well, because they lost 2, didn't they? 1 stretchered off, which brings up the argument of when play should be stopped. That's possibly a discussion for Wednesday when we do the...
Well, play was 60 metres downfield.
Yep.
The Hull KR player was down with an obvious leg injury.
Yep.
And the referee stopped play and went back for it. Now, I've got no problem with that at all. It was a serious injury. Play is right to stop. But it just brings about the inconsistency that we talked about last week. And a couple of people saying, no, if it's not a head injury or not a serious head injury, play doesn't stop. Well, proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, exactly.
As Justin Holbrook said in midweek, since he's came to the country, every time there's a player down in back play gets stopped. Yeah. It wasn't the same.
It's been stopped a couple of times tonight as well. It's not just that incident. But yeah, let's not deflect away from a decent Saints performance tonight. I mean,
well, do you know what? There was people saying they'd take a 1-point victory here. Obviously, we've only won 1 in the last 9 visits, so to come away with a 24-point victory, we're nitpicking a little bit. But that being said, going into Good Friday next week, the performance is going to have to be an awful lot better against a Wigan side. Is probably going to be our toughest test.
Performance, maybe. Discipline, definitely. Wigan are a team like Leeds, who you would expect to be able to play the conditions and play a champion type of game. Wigan, Leeds, Saints have been champions for however many times in Super League. For a reason, because they know how to play. Wigan will do everything they can to win that game. We should be matching that. And I'm not saying in gamesmanship, but just stop with the high shots. Stop with the lying on. Don't let the referee make them decisions, because you put yourself in that situation and all of a sudden the 20, 30, 40 metres downfield when you should be defending your 3rd tackle on the 20-metre line. I
think we'll leave it there. There's not what to say. I think we'll end it here. We'll go and ring Mr. Turner and tell him they're halfway down the M62 with the engine cover open.
It'd be a nice and cool engine though. It's not going to overheat.
It's not going to overheat. Right, join us next week. We'll do a decent preview show, and we may well be having a joint collaboration with Wigan Fan TV to preview the game, and hopefully we can all go and enjoy Good Friday. We might even do a live show from the pub. Well, after before 9 o'clock, or I might be a bit sozzled.
I definitely will be.
Right, we'll see you next week. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe on Red V TV. Join us on the forums, join us on Twitter, and join us on the Facebook. Thank you very much, and good night.